I don't get it.
Podcast. Hello, guys. Welcome to another ramble. Guys, I was really into that, and you were not.
Sorry.
There's like somber tudes over here.
Ramble. I'm sorry.
Okay, what's up?
I love the ramble. I love the rambles. Everyone does, because I saw on the Facebook group today that people were like, enough of the occupational series. We want more rambles.
Wait, are you serious? I was obsessed with our podcast last week.
No. I think some people just don't like having guests, and some people just like the three of us. So I totally understand that.
Okay,
but
totally
I love
understand.
last week too, because it was like really, really pop culture-y. A lot of like, you know, Us Weekly tea and stuff.
Oh, right. So pop culture, I don't get it. What the fuck with Bridgerton, guys?
Oh, Rege-Jean.
We lost our Duke.
And we lost our dude. You guys, this is huge, but also the dude. Oh, I thought you said we lost our dude. Yeah, man. Like, what a bomb. But also, like, I kind of knew that was going to happen because the second book is about the brother finding love.
Yeah.
I don't care about the brother. Who cares about the brother? The sexuality, the attractiveness of those two leads were what we wanted to watch. The brother's like, fine, he's cute, but none of us really give a crap. All we wanted to do was see those two again. I don't care.
Yeah, we just want to see them live happily ever after.
Sort
That's
of.
all I want.
It's like you can create mild drama between them like you did, where it's like we know in the end they're going to end up back together.
Right.
But don't like eliminate that storyline completely, or at least you can like make it 50-50. Give me some reason to watch, and that was Jean, right? Is that how you say his name?
Rege-Jean.
Rege-Jean. Okay.
I mean, that's how
he
I'm saying
apparently
it.
has a scheduling conflict. He's he's shooting a movie during this.
What is he going to be, Captain America? Like, what is he going to be, the newest, biggest superstar of all time? It has to be, because
no, I don't even think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I heard it's like a small Netflix indie something. And like, what is the longest shoot? Like, the longest shoot is like 6 months. I don't care if you have to delay, and it's probably not that long, right? Like, this movie is probably like 2-3 months tops that he's shooting. Wait. This is not the reason that you don't bring one of the biggest TV stars back for the second season of one of the highest rated shows of all time. Like,
I know, I agree.
Wait, this is ridiculous. I almost want to boycott
anything to do with
it.
how much money? You think it has to do with, like, he asked for more money and they couldn't give it to him?
Possibly. There could be stuff going on behind closed doors that we don't know. What's hilarious is that I did a story for E! News this weekend about how Dionne Warwick was tweeting how pissed she was about it, and she's just like the queen of Twitter now, and it's like so hilarious. But like, it's
whatever
really
Dionne
amazing.
Warwick wants.
I know. It's just, it doesn't make...
Can she come on?
Oh my God, maybe we can get her on. I did interview... I don't know if I told you guys this. I interviewed her at Grammys, and I asked her what watermelon sugar was.
Yeah, I know. No, I saw it.
It was so funny.
She should just come on and ramble with us.
Oh my God, that'd be incredible.
A ramble with Dionne Warwick. Oh my God.
Wait, we got to try and do that. But
That's hilarious.
Dude, I agree with you, man. Rege-Jean Page, like, we need to see him in that period style clothing again, just having sex with Daphne.
How about this? But what if they take him away from this season and then they bring him back for season 3 so we have something to like actually be invested in season 2 for?
Maybe.
How is it possible that he's not even like... I always knew the star of the show next season was going to be the brother, but like I always thought he would still be in it in some capacity as like a B storyline. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like them killing off Drogo in Game of Thrones. I mean, I felt more attached to that than most people did, but like after he died after 10 episodes, I was like, goodbye. Yeah. That's my romance. You just killed my romance.
That's
it's
exactly what they're doing.
And
Game of Thrones was fine.
That's true. They were fine, but I was not. Nor did I ever recover from that. Shonda Rhimes is just, this is Shonda move to be like, oh, can't do it? Okay, never mind. Don't need the best character. How many times does she kill off the best character or whatever? Like, just writes off the best character.
But is there a method to her madness? Like, is it that why it's so special? Isn't that why we love it so much? Because we could only have it like in that capacity. And then maybe she's going to bring in like some new studs that we don't know about for eye candy, you know?
Yeah. But I
have a weird, I don't get it. That's kind of dumb that I kind of just want to throw out there. Because I feel like you guys have better ones. So like start with the low hanging fruit, you know?
Okay.
Okay. Where the hell is it? I forgot where it is, but I think I remember. I was somewhere. I was at a restaurant finally eating, and like their lunch, and I was eating dinner there, and their lunch menu is so much better and so much cheaper. And I was like, why is the lunch menu so much better and so much cheaper? Like, why can't you just offer that a couple hours later? It just didn't make sense to me. And this specifically makes sense in the case of sushi, because sushi, for some reason, is just very expensive a couple hours later. You can get that.
Very interesting.
You can get the same fish a couple hours earlier in a better packaged or combo for cheaper. And it pisses me
interesting.
off.
That is interesting. That's true. They do that, don't they?
It's like specifically at like Japanese restaurants, it's cheaper. But I was going to say for like normal restaurants, like, oh, they offer like beef tenderloin and like, you know, like higher priced items than like a turkey sandwich at lunch. So I understand
tenderloin.
that.
but it's like, what if I want the turkey sandwich at dinner?
Yeah.
I know, but they don't want to supply all that. They put that shit up and then time for dinner. So I understand. I understand.
I also think they do it because obviously lunch isn't as like busy as dinner, right? So they probably want to offer something to entice people to come in. But it's like, if you offered that all the time, everyone would come in all the time, I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah, so like
that's a diner. That's the beauty of a diner.
Exactly.
Well, that kind of makes me think of another. I don't get it. Like, why can't bagel shops? Lauren and I used to make fun of Lizzie for calling them bagel shops, but also honestly, what do you call a bagel bakery? Like, what would you call a bagel place? A bagel place?
I call it a bagel place.
I call
which
them
is
delis,
stupid.
like a deli.
I guess it is probably more like a deli, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what-
why do delis
A bagel
close
place.
after like 3 p.m.? Because what if I want sandwiches for dinner?
I know. It's annoying. I think most people don't want them for dinner, so it's not worth the cost of keeping the place open. But it bothers me so much. That's why I love New York, because you can get like an amazing bagel almost like any time, I feel like.
That's true. That is true.
Has this ever happened to you? You need to see a doctor. You search, you find one that looks good. You wait on hold to book an appointment. You rearrange your schedule. And then when you finally go in, you find out that the doctor doesn't even take your insurance. That is the worst. But there is a solution to this, and that is ZocDoc. Download the free ZocDoc app, and it's the easiest way to find a great doctor and instantly book an appointment. We love that. We love not having to talk on the phone, right? We love booking appointments through an app. So if you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or any other specialist, ZocDoc has you covered. And with ZocDoc, you can search for local doctors who take your insurance, and you can read verified patient reviews and book an appointment in person or video chat, and you never have to wait on hold with a receptionist again. So ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/getit and download the ZocDoc app to sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor. Many are available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc.com/getit.
Speaking of bagels, I got another one.
Speaking of
I got another
bagels,
one.
What?
Lauren believes that the bottom half of the bagel is better than the top half of the bagel.
What?
Jared and I
Yeah.
had this debate this week. Jared and I think that the top of the bagel is better because obviously it's squishier. And if it's like an everything bagel, a sesame seed bagel, in the case that started the conversation, it was a cinnamon raisin bagel with like crunch, like yummy, like brown sugar crunchies and powdered sugar on top. So of course the top was better. But Lauren said, I totally disagree. She likes the bottom because it's crunchier and drier.
I never said crunchier. I said denser. I like the density of a bagel. I get a bagel for the density.
But I always feel like the top is more dense.
The top is definitely more dense.
The bottom's always thinner, Lauren.
Yeah. It's like a bagel thin, Lauren.
Incorrect, you guys.
What? Where are you getting your bagel? Starbucks?
No, you get the bagel. They cut it in half, and then like the top is like smaller because it's like hello science, and then the bottom it has more bread, and it's the way it's baked. It's like denser. I'm not saying it's more food. I'm saying it's denser.
But
Okay, it
isn't
might be
denser
denser.
mean more? Isn't that what
No.
dense
She means the
mean?
top is airier, has more air in it.
Yes, I like no air in my bread.
We're talking about volume versus density here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You know what, Lauren? You're probably onto something. It is. You're biting into more bread.
Yes,
with the bottom.
and I like more bread.
I think it's tight. It's more tightly packed.
And
But
also, you should have, if you're getting like an everything bagel, it should be all over. It shouldn't be like just on the top. It should be on the bottom as well. And it is.
but is
I
it
like that
often?
it's just on the top. It's
What'd you say?
what?
Sorry, do you eat your bagel as a sandwich with the top and the bottom at the same time, or do you eat them as two separate halves?
I eat my bagel very controversially. If a paparazzi took a picture of me eating a bagel, it would
How do you do
stir
it?
a conversation on the internet because I rip little pieces apart and dip it into the cream cheese thing.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I don't.
I wouldn't say it's controversial.
But I think most people like you were saying either eat it as a sandwich together or like as two like flying saucers. And I rip it up
is
like
where-
the bird lady and Mary Poppins because I like the cream cheese to bagel ratio to be very equal. Like I like a lot. I want it to be perfectly 50-50.
Yeah, I
Didn't you
understand.
once say that you don't like toasted bagels?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a good bagel, thanks for remembering that, Ashley. A good bagel should never have to be toasted. A real good bagel.
But then you don't want to like melt the butter into the crannies?
I don't know, but I'm really glad you brought up butter because I don't know if I've brought this up before, but another I don't get it I have, and I'm sure I have brought it up actually, is cold butter at a restaurant. Like, can you guys just take the butter out of the fridge every morning so it's like warm for me to like put my knife in, like when you bring it to the table? Like, why am I trying to cut like a rectangular chocolate bar?
That's really great. I don't get it.
I can never wait because I'm so impatient. So
Yeah.
I eat this subpar, like cold piece of butter.
And then you end up eating more butter than you need to because you can't spread it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so wait, you guys. I feel like oh no.
I
where
eat
was
my bagels. I eat it like a sandwich, first of
Okay,
all.
I do. I eat it like a sandwich too.
Got it.
Where was I going?
I wonder
with
if
this?
that's based on like, I wonder if that's like because your parents eat it like a sandwich. You guys grew up in the same house, so you eat it the same.
But
I
when
don't
I'm at
think
home, when I
Mom
go
has
to a
ever
bagel
eaten.
place, I eat it as a sandwich. But when I do it at home, I eat it as flying saucers.
Oh my god, that's so accurate. You and I both do that, Lauren. It's
Yeah.
because
I
the
don't
nooks, it's because of like all the goodness that we put in it when we get it at a place versus like at home we're doing
Just
it basic
butter.
with butter. Probably.
So yeah, at a deli, you're getting a bagel sandwich, not
Yeah.
just the bagel. Wait,
Yeah.
how do you guys, have we talked about like what is your favorite bagel and how you order it? Like what is your bagel order?
I don't
typically?
like have a consistent one. At this place, it's called Cafe Tempo. Shout out to Cafe Tempo in Apponaug, Warwick, Rhode Island. You are the greatest deli in the entire world. You guys, the selection of coffees and bagels that they have here are out of this world. They have this, it's called a cinnamon raisin crunch. And that is my favorite bagel of all time. It's kind
That
of like a
sounds really
cinnamon
good.
toast crunch type bagel. I know New Jersey has a lot
Wow.
of those.
That sounds
And
so
then I
good.
just want it toasted with cream cheese. I'm not a huge bagel sandwich person because it's too tough for me to bite into.
I get a
Hurts my
jalapeno
mouth.
cheddar bagel with chicken salad.
Wow, you are
Oh, that
literally
sounds
the
good.
most eccentric that's the most like coolest, weirdest bagel order. Wait,
Yeah,
jalapeno
that's it.
cheddar with chicken. Who are you making out with after that?
I got a loyal man.
Damn, that's nice. So I being from Boca and being, someone who wishes she was Jewish.
Almost a Jew.
Yeah. I pride myself in like how I order bagel. So basically, I'm like an everything bagel person, never toasted with chive cream cheese on the side. But if
Chive cream cheese.
chive cream cheese is like literally the best cream cheese.
The best.
And with an orange.
I agree. The best cream
Yeah.
cheese. Something we all agree on, guys. Chive cream cheese is the best.
Chive cream cheese, name of the episode. We're just like literally, we should like the Food Network. If you guys want to have a podcast, just like,
I know.
I
It
know, right?
always leads back
You guys,
to food.
it's 70% food on this podcast.
Wait,
just
you
since
know
we've
what I'm-
gotten older.
And then 30% Sex in the City.
It's really unfortunate that we live in 3 different places now because if we were all in the same city, like back in the day, we really could have like upped a YouTube channel of just us eating eating things and talking about it. Like it really would have taken off.
A
mukbang.
It would be a mukbang. Yeah.
But in the middle of the day, if I'm getting a bagel, I think I skew more towards like a sesame with tuna salad. I love like tuna on a bagel. Oh,
but
so
do you
good.
guys feel
and a
me
pickle
on the sandwich? Doesn't it kind of hurt your mouth?
Yeah. That's why you don't get it toasted.
I never.
Okay.
Oh, you always get it toasted, Ashley. I don't never get it toasted.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the difference.
Just because you're grown up doesn't mean you've outgrown bedtime stories. And Dipsy makes them a little sweeter, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Extra sweet dreams.
Naz
It's
is really
basically-
into these.
I love it because it's this audio app and it's full of short, sexy stories, and they're basically designed to turn you on. Like, yes, please, this is how I'd like to go to bed. But also, they can genuinely just help you relax and like go to bed. But you can find all these different kinds of stories, characters that feel like real people, immersive scenarios, so you feel like you're right there. I think most of us don't realize how much like we can mentally turn ourselves on, which is like a really cool thing. It's like using your imagination adult. Wow. Like in an adult version. Adult version. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for that. And they release new stories every week, so there's always like new stuff. It's not like you have to like replay all the old stuff all over again. And no matter who you're into or what turns you on, they got something for you.
And for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering a 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/get it. That's 30 days free. Why not try it out? Go to Dipsy, DIPSEA stories.com/get it, GETIT, dipsystories.com/get it.
Yeah, and just that spelling one more time, guys, because I know it's a little bit confusing. DIPSEA stories.com/get it. Now, highly underrated, may have said this in one of like our 400 episodes, actually 221, but you know, still. English muffins are the most underrated.
So
I disagree.
underrated.
And you have said this before because
Wait,
I
you
disagree.
disagree?
I think they're bland as shit.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
They're so
They
underrated.
have no flavor.
No, what? It's
What?
like it's
Lauren,
so.
it's got the most texture. Like you're a texture person.
Yes, it's like crunchy, and I love the little teeny seeds like that fall off of it,
Crunchy and soft
then
at
like
the same time
and
with
the
the perfect
Yes.
crannies for
See, I don't
butter.
get Egg McMuffins. Like I've never got. I get the
my
the
God.
biscuit.
I don't know if you
no,
can
I
have a
love
U.S. citizenship and if you don't like Egg McMuffin.
I
think
I
that's
like
just
them,
part
but
of
I'm just
living
saying
here.
the biscuit's better. and
Well, of
everyone
course the
agrees.
biscuit's better. It's
No.
depending on what you want in the morning. Do you want to go hard?
And do you want to have a heart attack by
do you want to
noon?
have a heart attack by noon? Like, do you want all your calories by noon? Because that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I know,
Not
I know.
really, but almost with the biscuit meal.
I disagree. I way rather have an Egg McMuffin over anything in life.
Really?
Yeah, and I think English muffins are so underrated. The way I eat English muffins, it's so funny how we like eat things only in a certain way, and like we never skew away from it. But an English muffin to me always has to have butter and jelly on it. I don't know why. Like that's
That
like the
sounds
one
good.
thing I put jelly on.
It's so good, but the butter underneath the jelly is so key.
Butter and jelly is like. It's better than peanut butter and jelly. Like, why isn't butter and jelly
I
a
don't know about
sandwich?
that. I mean, I'm a huge peanut butter and jelly stan.
No, I love it too. I'm just like, when you think about it, like butter and jelly on like a biscuit or an English muffin or a nice piece of hearty sourdough bread, like all
Okay,
warm.
I get that. That's like a very like room service thing.
Yeah, like salted butter. Oh,
Yeah. Sourdough with jam.
Wow, I'm so
On the
hungry.
topic of food, I'm gonna go right into my I don't get it. It's still food related, so here we go. If someone invites you over for a dinner party or a dinner, do you have the food already made, or are you making it as they arrive or after they arrive?
Fantastic
Wait,
question.
wow,
Thank
this
you.
is like the greatest topic of conversation. I have not been enlightened and excited to speak about something in so long. Wow, this must be discussed. This must
Because
be
I
discussed.
have my opinion, but I want to know your guys' opinion first.
Yeah. Don't tell us
Okay,
yours
okay.
yet.
Okay.
All right, Ashley, you go.
Okay. I think it depends what you're making. So our friend had us the last time I went over to a friend's house and they were doing the cooking. It was something so simple, and she got it started before we got there, like the chopping and all of that, which I think is appropriate. But like it was on the stove while we chatted the first half an hour or so.
Okay.
So I think that was great. I think if it's more of like a sit down meal, like let's pretend it's something as big as Thanksgiving, it would be delightful to just have it ready when they already get there. I do not agree with it being started when your guests get there.
I need food within 5 seconds of coming over to your house. Like,
Yeah.
I think if you're inviting me over for dinner, please just have it done. Just have it done. And if it's not done, it needs to be what Ashley says. It needs to be in the middle or 75% done. And I better have chips and dip on the table before, as I'm waiting for the meal to be finished.
That is proper to
Because
have nuts or fruit and cheese and crackers out.
Because I came over hungry for dinner.
Yeah, I came here ready for dinner, so give me food. Okay, so this is my deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. That doesn't happen to me very often. I don't go to other people's houses for dinner very often.
Yeah.
I go to one family friend's house for dinner, sometimes like maybe twice a year, and then I go to
Family friend's house.
I go to Hunter's parents' house, and they come here. This is it. I realized this yesterday. They came over for Easter dinner, and I realized, why does it make me slightly anxious when they come over or when we go to their house for dinner?
Oh my God. I have the exact same anxiety.
We sit and have a drink, and then they make dinner.
Oh my God. That's
And
I just got
agonizing.
goosebumps.
And then I don't know what the fuck to do while they make dinner. I don't make dinner. So like, what am I supposed to do? And then right when dinner has been eaten, they leave. I prefer to eat, then chat,
then
rather than
hang
chat, then
out.
eat.
Yes.
Yes.
That's weird. They eat and,
And
then
I'm
just
like,
leave. That's bizarre.
When is it going to be ready? Oh, an hour? I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Lauren, exactly. I
Yeah.
have anxiety listening to that story because I experience it more.
Guys, we are so ridiculous.
No, but you guys, I experience
We're like,
it
oh my
every
God,
time.
support group. Like, we understand. Like,
I know,
yes,
it's so
we have anxiety
funny.
as well.
It's just like when I'm ordering a meal, I cannot wait for it to come to my table, let alone have other people I'm not normally around to chat with.
Oh my
But
God.
this is what happens to me every time I go to dinner with Jared and well, I guess it's normally with his friends more because I feel like I have less control of the situation.
Yeah.
But like he is the person who could sit down at a restaurant, not look at the menu, not order for an hour, like no desire. And then like even when like they come around with drinks, like not know. And I'm like, so my whole thing is within 10 minutes of us all sitting down, if like the chatter is really at a high level, there's a lot going on. I kind of like pause it and say,
do we
let's order first, and then like that way I can relax and we can talk.
Sit as long as you want in a restaurant afterwards. We can
100%,
sit on the
and
couch
we
once
do.
our bellies are full.
We do, we can sit around and have an extra drink, all that. I am just very anxious before when I notice that people aren't looking at the menu and their priority isn't getting their food ordered. I have one more thing to say.
Can I just add that I'm so on the same page and like, yes,
Okay, thank
like
you.
on your way to the restaurant, if you have something burning to say or you're meeting up with someone because of something, or you're going to talk about something or you want to let off steam, know what you're ordering before you get there. Google the menu, put it in.
Google menus. That's the
and
thing.
then
I sit there
say-
and I'm just like, I look at the menu to double check. Like, you sure that's what you want? Yeah, that's what I want. I'm ready to go.
Can I really quick? I just want to say why that is crucial because when the waiter or waitress, whatever comes, and you say you're not ready, you're not going to see them for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're not
Yes!
going to see them
Thank
for
you.
the next 20
That's another 20 minutes of you not eating.
You lost your
Exactly. And
window.
it stresses me
It's
out.
so annoying.
So then what happens is when I know we're going to dinner with friends at night, like, that's going to be like at least a 2-hour thing. You're going to eat more fattening than you normally would. So I try to be good throughout the day, not really snack a lot. So I'm going to go hard when I get to the restaurant. So I'm hungry. I always arrive hungry. And then to arrive hungry and then have the anxiety of people not looking at their menus, not ready to order, it drives me insane.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
what
I'm
that's what
glad
I
you
gotta
guys
say.
felt passion for that because
Wow,
I was like,
that was a great
Wait,
topic of
it was
conversation.
like we cleaned the dishes last night and then they were out of there. I'm like, why didn't we do this in reverse order?
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know what it is. When you are meeting someone or going to dinner or whatever it is, you're going on a date, it's like, I need to eat to then open up and like say meaningful things.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm on edge
I need
until ordered.
sustenance. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
well,
then
very good,
just
everyone.
Just like I like the extra spit in my mouth that'll give me. I cannot. Oh, Lauren, you really hit a sore spot.
I know,
in
me
my
too.
life.
I like have anxiety. This is like a nerve because it's like people can't open up. It's like, how can I open up when I like have to order or do something
I
in
think
between?
the three of us that are really more like this than anyone.
You
because-
I
think?
agree.
Because
I
I
think it
feel,
is.
I know I've said this before a million times in different ways, but like I'm anxious until there is a plate of food in front of me.
Yeah.
It's time to talk about ROTHY, Rothy's. I know you've heard about Rothy's, these stylish, sustainable shoes and bags that are made, crafted from eco-friendly materials like repurposed plastic water bottles and marine plastic. I know you've heard about it because I talk about them, rave about them every single freaking week, practically, right?
They are the most comfortable shoes in the world. Like no break-in period, which like that is my biggest. I don't get it. Like why am I buying shoes that I have to like hurt and be painful in order for me to enjoy them?
Yeah.
Like what is this?
I don't know.
So
But Rothy's, you don't have that. They are the only flats that have not cut up the back of my foot.
exactly. And it's because they have a seamlessly knit to shape design. And they have so many styles to choose from. The shoes are literally the perfect way to add comfort and style to your closet.
They have transformed nearly 100 million bottles into shoes, handbags, and face masks so you can match your whole outfit.
You know, Vogue has raved about them. Meghan Markle wears them. And Refinery29 says they are equal parts comfortable and chic. And Health Magazine says they're the most comfortable shoes on earth. And just a little stats as to how many water bottles they've repurposed. 100 million. So you're doing something awesome for the environment. Plus, they're machine washable. So easy. They come out looking like new. You can check out all their shoes, bags, and masks available now at rothys.com/getit. That is ROTHYS.com/getit. Style and sustainability meet to create your new faves. Head to rothys.com/getit today. So we were going to a friend's birthday party dinner this weekend, and I wanted to tweet something out in anticipation of my ordering anxiety that it was like, I just want you to know that if I'm going to dinner with you, my number one priority is the food, and your company is a farce. But then I was like, I'm going to get so much shit for that. It's like, I love
so
these
funny.
people, but it's
You
just
don't
like,
invite people to Cheesecake Factory for their company. You're going there to bust through that menu.
We're going there to potentially order a heart attack and be happy with the risk and eat brown bread. That's like heaven's gift
the best
to earth.
brown bread.
I was going to just say, if you guys know I love Sebastian Maniscalco, he's my favorite comedian. You guys have to Google the joke he has about marrying he's Italian. He married his wife who's Jewish, and how, I don't remember if it was like Passover or another Jewish holiday, where he was like, we sat down and he was starving, and they were like, oh, now we passed around a book and we pray for an hour. And he's like, an hour? He's like, I'm Italian.
food
I need
is on
bread.
the table getting cold.
He was like, I need bread within 5 seconds of sitting down at the table.
Yes,
so good.
It's
It's really,
so
it's a good
true
joke.
and good. Yes.
Oh my God.
All right, guys, I got another food I don't get it.
Okay.
It's something I know Lauren disagrees with me with.
Oh, that's exciting.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. That's a great word.
It's probably something that Naz does agree with me with. Are you ready?
I am.
1, 2, 3, ham.
Ham.
Oh, ham.
I don't get ham.
Oh, shit. I didn't get
get
ham
ham?
until this year, and now I like ham.
Really?
But like a proper, like a ham, not like a ham that's like deli meat.
I don't
you know?
mean deli ham, which I also is my least favorite deli ham.
Yeah.
My least favorite like meat at the deli section. I don't understand like an Easter ham whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. I don't eat ham like that. Yeah. Ashley, I'm on the same page with you because Dominicans love pork, love ham. I never did. I told you guys I got traumatized because when I was little, I saw like the pig with the apple in its mouth at like Christmas, which we eat on Noche Buena. And like, I just like, but I love bacon. And I agree, ham deli is the most sus, like next to bologna. It's like a very acquired, it's a very like weird, thick thing. Like the ham that's like slimy and has like and is a circle and has like a dot, like a darker dot on it. Like
on it.
Literally grosses me out. However, if you go to Publix and you live in Florida and you ask for boar's head and it's like the thinly
boar's head's the
sliced
best.
like honey ham.
Boar's head wins everything.
So
like
yummy.
Boar's head just does it right. No, but I don't understand. Like,
I
okay,
love
so
boar's
first off,
head.
guys, I don't know like how much you've been following my like not eating pork, ham. I'm really honest. You don't eat pig. Like, I'm not a pig eater. I don't eat pig anymore. I was a vegetarian for 5 months, decided I didn't want to do that anymore. But I decided to keep eliminating the pig. I didn't want to hurt the piggies. I really love them. I think they're cute. They have the emotional intelligence of a 3-year-old. So for the past like year or so, the only time that I eat pig is when somebody else orders it as like an appetizer. Like, they're going to order it whether I eat it or not. Or I eat it at a family gathering where they're going to buy it if I eat it or not. Like, my mother-in-law just did not understand this week. It's a classic mother-in-law story. She was like, is everyone okay with the ham? And I'm like, well, I don't eat ham, but if you're going to buy it for everyone, I'll eat it. And she's like,
right.
no, let me get you something else. And I was like, but are you still going to get the ham? And she was like, yeah, but like, I want you to get you something else. I was like, no. Then I eat the ham because the piggy died and
will be bought. Yeah.
Yeah, and it will be bought, and then we just got to make sure it goes in our bellies, or it'll be a real waste. And she was like, okay, you something else. I was like, Nancy, I'm eating the pig. But then I was eating it yesterday, and I was like, I don't know why anybody would choose to eat this.
It's so much better than like turkey.
I don't know.
Is
it's
it?
just so fatty. It's chewy.
I don't understand. I don't get the correlation between ham and pineapple. It is like the most
ham and pineapple yesterday. I don't understand it either.
It's the most. It's funny because it makes sense, but it's just like such an unlikely. Like, did Hawaiians come up with that? Like, it's kind of genius.
I think so.
I just
don't think I've ever
get
had
it.
it together. I feel like it must be good together. But there's a feta in watermelon salad.
Oh yeah,
that's always good.
I've never had before.
Yeah,
but apparently it goes really well together.
Yeah, halloumi cheese, which is I think from Israel. I'm sorry if it isn't, and I misquoted that. But halloumi watermelon salad is like one of the greatest salads I've ever put in my mouth. It's like very
really
Mediterranean.
Try it,
so good.
Lauren,
what
we
else
had
was
that
like
at our wedding?
Well, I didn't eat at your wedding. I was so drunk.
Speaking of weddings, that is one of the only times I really eat ham, Ashley, because like I need to have pigs in a blanket on New Year's and at a wedding. Like I love pigs in a blanket. I think it's like the best appetizer. I think it's the number one appetizer in the world. Next to,
hot dogs
I think it's really good.
Are all just different parts of a pig? Is that what it is?
No,
It's so
common
confusing.
misconception. A lot of them are beef based. That's why I'll still eat hot dogs, but I get 100% beef.
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, like if we're talking about Hebrew foods, Hebrew National.
Yeah,
all
Hebrew,
beef.
Oh, Hebrew National's so good.
This makes me think, Naz, after we spent over 30 minutes of talking about food, and Lauren and I, obviously, like, we don't hide it. Like, we would, of course, pick a meal over sex. Would you, in all instances, do that as well?
That's a good question. I wouldn't. I would pick sex over a meal.
But
Are you
but what is your favorite meal?
I would so much rather have sex than eat anything.
No, you would not.
I can live off sex. I could never eat again and just have sex and live off that.
Wow, I wish I was that way. 'Cause I need to reward myself with a piece of chocolate after I have sex.
But also, you guys...
Wait a second. I'm so mind boggled. Like, I wish I could be in your body to experience
Yeah, I wish I
this.
could be in your body too.
I just...
Like, it must be explosive.
Oh my God. I wish that I could feel this. I would be like so in shape and.
Isn't it just so fun? Don't you guys just have like so much fun?
I
No?
don't. But,
But
it's
also,
okay.
you have to know I'm still very novice in this area. Like,
Same.
I
Here.
mean-
but not really. You've been having sex a lot longer than I have.
No, but not with the same person up until recently. And now that's not happening anymore. Yeah.
Wow.
No one's going to want to hear anymore. I don't get it. So anything once they've heard that.
I mean, you mean this I don't get it? Oh. You mean
Yeah.
Naz's? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, then
Naz,
it's mine
tell
as well,
us.
Naz.
So, for everyone listening, I wasn't on the podcast last week because I got broken up with, and it's still really raw. And like, honestly, this podcast, guys, has like helped me a lot because I feel like I haven't like laughed in a while. But basically, I didn't like open up about the relationship with this person because when I met them, they like weren't my type, and they had a child, and I was just like really like unsure in the beginning. I was just like, I don't know, but there was like something like keeping me in it that I like really wanted to figure out. And we were so different. I'm like an extrovert. Well, I'm an introvert too, but we just communicate differently. Like we were just really different. And so I think it was like in this weird place where I've never had a boyfriend before. And this person was like all in, like in the second date was like, I'm not dating someone else. And like, was just so, I had like never received the type of love I received like ever. Like I remember being overwhelmed one day and just like crying, and he like went outside and picked flowers for me and like came inside and told me I'm magic, and like just to constantly have someone there. It was like the greatest feeling. And just, I don't know, he was just so thoughtful, romantic, like, and up until 2 weeks ago, I feel like I had like a lot of walls up and I just let them down, and I like completely fell in love. And like, I'm still in love with him. It was so weird. He just completely changed my type. Like, I think we went out to Idlewild. Like, he took me for a weekend for my birthday. And like, I just really saw our life together, and like how I never knew that like, I really do want to be a mom, and I do want a quieter life. And like, maybe I don't want to live like in the middle of LA anymore. And like, it was so weird. It was like, he was this person that like how you think who you're going to walk down the aisle to and like what they're going to be and their personality is going to be. And I think forever I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to like be with like a really funny Jewish guy, that like is just like me. And
Yeah.
kind of in the same way where like you and Jared are super similar. And so when I met him, it was hard because I was also just like,
She had so many doubts, you guys. Like everything was like, but what about this? What about this? We're so different.
I think it was, but it was because I was like scared. And so I fell in love, and I think he sensed that I was in love with him, and he ended it. And I never saw it coming. Like everything was amazing. And his reason is just, he doesn't know. He knew that I was in love, and he's not there, and doesn't know if he can get there, and doesn't know if we're each other's person long term. And the morning he like broke up with me, I was reading articles about like how to be a stepmom, and like I just so badly feel like we didn't like fully take off, like he didn't meet my friends, I didn't meet his daughter, and like I'm in love, like I am. And like it's just, I'm so proud of myself because like even though I was so scared and finally let my walls down, I'm like so proud of myself that I like didn't back out of it, because I was so scared about like so many things. I was like, I don't know. And like, I think just, and it still hurts. And like every morning and every night is like really hard. And like, I don't know. I think I'm just like, like why? And like, I also realize that like love isn't enough. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, how I think I just fantasized for a long time. Like, how we listen to pop songs and movies, and I've never had a boyfriend before. And I think I just realized, like, if you love someone so much, like, I thought it would, like, be enough, Like, I thought, like, love could, like, prevail. And it's not. Like, you can love someone so much, and if they don't feel the same way, or they're not healthy enough to, like, reciprocate that, like, it's not enough. Like, relationship takes two people like working at something and like wanting it to work. And so,
well,
obviously there's like nothing I can do. And I'm just so proud of myself because now I'm so sad. I'm so heartbroken. Like this is so hard, but I like know now that like my type is different. you know, and like what I want out of life is different. And like, I do want to be a mom, and like, I was ready to take all that on. And I think, I think it was just like
crazy is you continue.
I just think like, I'm so happy I said yes, even though I was so scared, you know, because I think in the past I'd be like, oh, this isn't like the kind of guy I thought I wanted to be with. And like, it turns out that like he is, you know, and like, I just want to live out in nature and like a cabin. And like, the last thing I wanted to say is that I remember we did a podcast on, it wasn't attachment style. What was the podcast that we did with, remember I was telling you guys I was listening to Nick's podcast and Dr. Laura was on it. Mm-hmm. I can't remember.
Was it when we did the single podcast at the beginning of the year?
No, it was, I can't remember. I remember bringing it up though, but it was so prolific because in the past I had so much anxiety. You guys would know when I would meet a guy and I would know right away. And it was this spark. And, I was the reason why I had so many doubts with my boyfriend, my ex, is that I didn't feel that way in the beginning. Yeah. I wasn't like, is this person going to text me back? Like, it wasn't like this anxious anxiety thing. And so I was thinking to myself, like, there's no spark. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I was so confused because I was like, this isn't how I've always felt when I meet someone that I've always like, I know. And what I learned is that like, that isn't healthy for me at least. And like real love, like is peaceful. And like it was so peaceful in the beginning, like from him, you know, I was just like confused because I was like, why am I not like hyperventilating, you know?
Yeah. Even though it shows that like love grows, which is amazing. It's not like, oh, that person's not my type. Like you give anyone a shot for however long, that could be your person. Or not your person.
Right.
But like you could fall in love with them.
Right.
Well, we're so proud of how you've handled it too. Like, because you've really looked at it.
Such waves.
Through like a bright colored lens in the way that like I think is very truthful. Like, I feel like you have learned so much about yourself, about what you want in a partner. And you've really like not brought, like, this isn't bringing you down. Like, you're not taking this personally. But I think it is also a great lesson to everybody out there about the whole sparks thing. I mean, it's just case in point. Like, look, I mean, Lauren
so many
also.
People, like, do you believe you should give someone 3 dates? Like, obviously.
Definitely be giving somebody 3 dates, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, unless you don't like them at all. I mean, in this case, Naz was like, she's like, I like him, you know? Yeah. He's nice. He's great. You know, if you're like, ugh, I don't like him, then like, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You've come a long way as far as your feelings with him, even in like the past 3 weeks, though. Like when I left, you still were like, I really like him. I'm starting to really like him. But like, you definitely took a turn, and don't you feel?
Yeah. Like I fell like hard. And like, he obviously felt it. He was like,
I was going to say, do you regret taking your walls down?
I don't, because that's who I am. Like, and I want to love. I'm just like, it's just like when you wake up, it's so hard to like get back to a routine when someone's not in your life anymore. And like to even wake up and like not see a text, and you know, just like you see so many things that remind you of that person. It's just like, it's so hard to like pick yourself back up. It really is.
It is. I saw that like the guy that like broke my heart probably the most is now having a child like a couple days ago.
Oh,
and I'm like,
who? What?
Biggest ghoster.
Oh, really?
You just said it.
Okay.
Anyway, the biggest ghoster, the biggest blind side I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And he's having a kid. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, it's amazing that what time can do. Because if I saw that at any other time, I would be throwing up over the toilet. But just knowing like that it literally has zero impact gives you a little bit of hope that you won't be sad forever. I literally saw that. I was like, Naz is going to be fine. Because, you know, if I can see someone having a baby with someone else that ruined me, you'll be fine.
Thanks.
So I guess we'll end it here, guys. think about Naz. Send her loving and strengthening energies.
Thanks.
Send the color
trooper.
pink, right?
Yeah.
We haven't
Send
gone into
pinks.
sending colors on this podcast, I don't think.
I think we did. I think with one
okay.
of the psychics or like, can you send colors? And they're
Oh, yeah,
like,
we did.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, have a great week. Tell us what you want to hear about next week in our Facebook group, and follow the I Don't Get It podcast on Instagram, and DM us any ideas you think that would enhance this podcast, and send it to all of your friends that you think would enjoy it.
Ditto.
All right, have a good one. Love you.
Bye.
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 If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies, and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.